match coming up. It's going to be Sleep against MVP Sniper. Sniper's just been tearing it up through the loser bracket. He's just been tearing it up through the loser bracket ever since loser bracket round 2, because he lost in winner bracket round 2 against STC2O. He's been winning game after game after game. Really impressive.
Yeah, he really, it's been quite a run. Conversely, though, you know, we're seeing the, Sleep. He came in round 4 of the winners bracket.
Yeah.
Hasn't dropped a set, of course, except against Symbol.
Yeah,
and has played nobody but Zergs.
Yeah, he qualified through the NA qualifier, beating the Muslim, the Ognis, and Axlav. Got himself straight into round 4 of the winner bracket.
Yeah.
And he beat a Zerg, lost to a Zerg, and beat a Zerg. And now he's up against another Zerg.
All right, guys. Well, both players are ready. We're going to get this game started here in just a second. Want to make sure we get ourselves set to a referee, though, because, oh, goodness, how many times we've run into problems with that. And you're like, oh, I need to tell somebody something. So, guys, map's going to be Daybreak. It's going to be pretty exciting here. A lot of ZVZ is going to be left in both this tournament and, of course, GSL, which is going to be going on. Yeah, in the near future.
We're down to the top 8 now, and we've still got 6 Zergs and 2 Terrans left, which is going to be Bomber and Polt. For Sleep, if he wins this one, it would be the first non-ZVZ that he'd be playing. He'll be going up against Polt, so let's see if he has what it takes to take this ZVZ, and then we'll see him against Polt later.
Absolutely, it's going to be pretty exciting. Map is almost done loading here, so Grubby. How's your morning been? Is this the first set that you're casting so far?
Yep, it's my first set. I think we're doing 2 best of 3s today, and then I'll be done for the day and just be enjoying all the other excellent casters we got here and all the other excellent games.
Yeah, got a lot of GSL action coming as well, but for now, we got to get started on this match and find out who's going to be knocked out of this tournament. Will it be Sleep? Will it be Sniper? Let's go.
All right. Here in the top right location, it's the red Zerg. It's going to be Sleep.
And in the bottom left, his opponent from Team MVP. Currently in the finals of the GSL, he is Sniper.
All right, so we were just reading the interview from MVP Sniper in the GSL semifinals after they played the GSL semifinals, and it was kind of interesting what Sniper had to say. He came here, of course, entering 2 different tournaments, IPL 5 and GSL itself. And he mentioned that he didn't necessarily feel like he came here to win 2 championships. It's kind of a funny mentality. Of course, if you're not used to it, you might think like, oh well, just set your sights high and try to win both. But I think he's trying to prevent himself from being too greedy, pressurizing himself too much, and just gonna try and take everything as it comes.
Yeah, and you know, definitely a great attitude to have. Of course, and not having such high expectations. You know, it's really funny how each player kind of has different ways in which a mindset may help them. Some people, you know, take a look maybe at Scarlet. We were talking about this yesterday, actually, when she faced off against Dongregu. Really hard on herself and, you know, expected better play.
Yeah.
And conversely, we see players who, you know, benefit off being confident and being like, I can take this.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see. I always read all the interviews from the Korean pro gamers, and it seems that controlling their own mind is at least as big of a play as what they're doing with practice and so on. And they're always quite frank in the interviews. They say exactly what they try to tell themselves in order to feel most prepared for the match. And often you'll see that if they feel too pressured, they'll tell themselves to take it more simply, to go more easy on themselves and just say, it's okay, I'll just try and have fun. Just try and have fun.
Yeah.
And you think, well, it's about winning, isn't it? Yeah, sure, they'll try to win. But they're going to achieve that by just trying to have fun and relaxing.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times in high-pressure scenarios, that's really the best thing you can ask of yourself. You know, play it like you're in your living room at home.
I wonder if it works for school exams. Like, you want to pass, and I'll just go there and try and have fun.
I'll just wing it, man.
Yeah, some original answers. Not really going to go by the book.
Fun words. CAD, CAD, dad. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
multiple
kibbles with a Z.
Oh yeah, those big organic chemistry that goes all the way to K on the multiple choice.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at this game as we skip that part in the game where they're both just choosing their own build orders, nothing too impactful. We've got a slightly faster speed upgrade for MVP Sniper here, whereas Sleep, he opened up with a spawning pool into Hatchery, so he's got 2 queens faster.
Yeah, and going forward into this match, I mean, Also in this interview that we were reading, both of these guys, we've just been hearing a lot of chat lately, actually. It was actually, excuse me, Hyun and Sniper, but commenting about how ZVZ has been so recently characterized by the presence of Mutalisk tech.
Yeah. And I was surprised to see that as well, because they're going up against each other in their GSL finals, and they mentioned, they wish that it was another matchup so that the fans might be able to enjoy it more, something like TVZ or any other matchup. They were both hoping that the other race would make it. In this case, Hyun was hoping to go up against Ryung, and Sniper was hoping to go up against Bogus in the finals.
Yeah.
But apart from that, so you're going up against each other, and then you don't necessarily want to tell your opponent what strategy you're going to do, right? But I guess they just kind of feel like, well, even if I say it, my opponent knows about that anyway, about the metagame. And they might even still be planning something else, of course. It doesn't mean that they're going to go Mutalist every game. But indeed, as you said, they both think Mutalist is very popular right now in ZVZ.
Yeah, the way the metagame is always developing in the long run in StarCraft is find the most greedy build that's still safe against pretty much everything. And Zergs have really found out, especially with, in this scenario, we see both players actually, they got Baneling Nests in their main bases. They didn't put them on the low ground.
Yeah.
Which, the Baneling Nest on the low ground is a huge indicator of, defensive Banelings. You want that Baneling Nest, you put it in front of the Spine Crawler, and then the Queen on the other side, and so your Spine and your Queen are very difficult to surround, and then you make 2 extras and you wall off.
Yeah.
And that's the defensive Baneling attitude. Both of these guys hid their Baneling Nests in their main base, so they, they're not showing their tech. The possibility of aggression was on the field, but we saw Sleep actually very quickly go into a Roach Warren. Sniper instead going for that fast lair and 4 gases. We may be seeing Mutas out of him in just a second.
Yeah, very quick lair. The lair is about to finish.
Oh, he does have a Roach Warren, though.
Yeah, he did make that Roach Warren. Sniper right now, he's making an Infestation Pit. Okay, so a later Roach Warren, and he's going Infestation Pit with that quick lair. Whereas Sleep, he's still on tier 1. He's on hatchery tech, and he's making a lot of roaches here.
Yeah, he may be trying to hit some sort of pre-Mutalisk timing, but against very fast Infestors, this actually doesn't work so well. Infestors, the thing about Mutas, even if they spawn in the middle of the attack, their DPS is actually so low you can do tons of economic damage. Infestors, on the other hand, they spawn, lock those units in place, and all of a sudden, tons of damage dealt to the Roaches. The Roaches are immobile. They can't get into the positions to do economic damage. Sniper may be able to hold this. He's going to cancel this third because he sees this attack coming. This is a very powerful and invested attack out of Sleep, but, well, we'll see if Sniper, he didn't make the Infestors yet. He doesn't really actually have time. Baneling's going to be morphing in outside for Sleep. Sniper, it's going to be hard for this to hold.
Yeah, it's going to be super hard, I think. I've seen Zergs respond with something like 7, 8 Spine Crawlers in this situation, but Sniper, he doesn't have the money. It was wise to cancel that hatchery, but this is a very, very big attack. Sleep really timed this out nicely. It's going to hit before Infestors could possibly come out, and there's only Banelings and a few Roaches here for Sniper, but it might just be enough. The Baneling control is super important here. There's still 4 Banelings left. 6, 7, 8 Banelings left, and they're gonna explode and come almost to nothing.
Yep, Sleep not able to get much done here. Not really at all. And this is kind of consequence to the fact that Sniper didn't go for Mutalisk. This is a very intelligent build out of Sleep, talking especially about how Mutas are so popular right now. But now Sniper is going to hold this off with ease. Will these Banelings be able to make it in and get some drones? No, just getting a little damage off on Sniper's Roaches. But overall, Sniper's going to hold, and he's going to hold very efficiently. As Grubby, you just showed that unit's loss tab, and it is very much in the red.
Yeah, very in favor of Sniper. So it was wise of him to make that Roach Warren, even as he was trying to go for Infestors. Now he'll feel comfortable enough to start that Pathogen Glance upgrade, but it was very wise he didn't try to go for that in order to defend, because that attack was timed out very nicely from Sleep. But of course, it's very hard to make surprises against a Zerg opponent with all those Overlords being together in huddles there, and Sniper was able to see it and crank out his own Roaches in time.
Yeah, it was much more of a gamble attack. I mean, if Sniper was going for Mutas, he's got almost no way to hold that. Even if he did, it would include a lot of Banelings, and then there'd be no Mutas. You'd put all your gas into that. It would have been really, really tough without Roaches to hold that attack. But, well, Sniper did, and now he's in a great position, guys. 86 supply to 69. His third base has gone down. His opponent's is not. Sleep, does he even have... I believe we saw an Infestation Pit. I hope we did.
Let's see.
Do we know if he has one?
Sleep does not have an Infestation Pit yet, so... And also this Zergling is going to try and harass that drone. It was a very nice move there, by the way, by Sleep to kill that drone for a while. But with his own hatchery not starting yet, he doesn't necessarily have that hatchery advantage on that third.
All right, well, he, at this point, is going to be fully exposed to Sniper as the Overseer does. He actually turned it around for a second or two here, but Sleep has a lot of roaches. He's going for a very strong attack, but, well, Sniper's got infestors at home. 4, 5, maybe 6 of them. He's got quite a few, and can he secure this third Grubby? I mean...
Well, it was very wise of Sniper to put his roaches here at the tower. It was not a big amount of roaches. It was just what he had left from that earlier defense against the attack of Sleep. But because they were there, Sleep felt compelled to keep making roaches. So Sleep went all the way to, well, right now he's on 23 roaches with 6 more coming in. And that means that he delayed his infestation pit. Had Sniper just kept it roaches at home, Sleep would have been able to go to infestation pit much quicker. So as it stands, he's gonna have the roach advantage by a small margin, really a small margin, but there's 4 infestors for Sniper, which of course are gonna be great at dictating the pace of that fight.
Oh yeah, and hiding the infestors, now coming in with them, catches only 4 roaches with his first fungal growth roaches. They cannot go up that ramp though, not a chance at all. Fungal growth will devastate them if Sleep tries. He's back for the moment though, and slips up. A huge move there, pulling Sniper's army out of position. Fungal growth does catch quite a few roaches here, and look at the roach count for Sniper Grubby.
Yeah, I mean, he walked up there, he saw a chance to go in, but the problem is he doesn't have the roach advantage. And then a couple of fungals, of course, it's going to turn this fight greatly into Sniper's favor. Misjudgment there by Sleep. But on the other hand, you know, GG, by the way. On the other hand, it's kind of like a catch-22. He can't really afford to wait anymore since he doesn't have the infestors coming. He doesn't have anything riding on that late game.
Yeah.
So he kind of felt like he had to attack. I'm not sure it was like him thinking really he's going to win, but it was still the best thing to do. Maybe.
I mean, I definitely agree with you. He was just in stuck in between, you know, a rock and a hard place after that first attack failed.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about timing attacks in ZVZ. Like, it's basically what it boils down to, and it's one of the reasons that there's a lot of like criticism on ZVZ in terms of like the entertainment level of it. Because if you try to go for a timing attack and your opponent has made drones, for instance, so now they have the drones, you don't have the drones, and then they send the roaches across the map. Now you get to make your roaches. They arrive, you both have relatively equal quantities of roaches. It might be a close fight, but now they have a lot. Even if you made drones behind it, they've had their drones for a lot longer.
Yeah.
And so then you just have a nice economic leg up on your opponent.
Yeah, and of course that infestation pit was already done for Sniper. He didn't use it to defend against that attack.
Yep.
But it was there ready to start right away, and then Sleep was still on hatchery attack, so he really put a lot into that attack.
Well, I like the decision out of Sniper there, guys. He did opt to go for the... you know what? I mean, this is the way I'm kind of going to see it now, because obviously there are pre-Mutalisk timings. Sleep displaying one of them right there. That's really what that build was designed to kill. And Sniper playing it safe, getting the Roach Warren, which allows you to make immediate responses to something that appears on the map.
Yeah, it was like an insurance Roach Warren. Pretty nice.
Yeah. Guys, we're in game number 2. Let's take you on in. It is Sniper versus Sleep. Sniper currently up 1-0. All right, here in the bottom left-hand corner of Cloud Kingdom, going to be the map on which this mayhem takes place. It is the currently teamless player, but probably not for too long after this showing in IPL 5. Guys, it's Sleep.
All right, here in the top right position, leading 1-0, still in IPL 5 and in GSL, it is MVP Sniper.
Sniper just looking so strong in that last match. I mean, he held off that timing beautifully. The 2 spine crawlers definitely factored in for the follow-up. So he just made the perfect... I mean, as you said, a lot of players see like 7 spine crawlers.
Yeah.
Would have been an overreaction there.
Yeah, probably, because he had the Roach Horn. He had enough time to see that attack coming. So nicely responded there by Sniper. No Mutalisk play, because basically just Sniper chose not to, and Sleep chose to stay on tier 1 for that long. So kind of feels bad for Sleep to start off that way. This is the type of attack that he hopes will set the pace of the game.
Yep.
Take a 1-0 lead, and then he will feel comfortable going into the next of the best of 3. But as it stands, he wasn't able to show anything from his late game play, no any kinds of tactics. The moment he decided to go for that Roach circling bailing attack, he gave away responsibility for the conclusion of the game. So that's kind of what happens with an all-in. It feels very calming to do that, because, well, from that point, you don't really need to think anymore.
Yeah.
So you kind of make the game easy for yourself. But of course, if such timing rush were always guaranteed to work, everyone would be doing it. And well, Sniper reacted perfectly.
Yeah, and maybe to expand on your comment there about it being calming. You know, Grubby, you're a pro player. Is it like you go into the game, you already know exactly what you're going to do, regardless really of what you scout or what you see? I mean, it's something drastic.
Yeah,
Six pool, okay, maybe I'm going to change my build here.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, oh, I see Infestation Pit or oh, I see Spire and I'm going to do it. So yeah, you throw kind of the control of the game out of your hands, and that can be a calming feeling.
Yeah. All right, guys. So here we are on Cloud Kingdom. This is a pretty tough map to get things done aggression-wise. So maybe that's why we're seeing Sleep choose this. Wants to play a later macro style of game. You know, last game I wouldn't say that he is necessarily characterizing a desire for aggression by going for that timing. Like, I mean, you know, he's going against Sniper, so maybe he wanted the calming effect, of course. But at the same time, you know, Sniper made that comment about, and that's kind of tricky, how like, Sleep, you know, read that interview. There's not a chance he didn't.
So
he's like, Mutalisk's popular, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go attack.
Yeah.
But of course, even if Mutalisks were made, and he could still defend with roaches, roughly the same investment as an infestation pit. So Sleep couldn't make it work, even if it was a Spire, probably, just with the way that Sniper played it.
Oh, definitely. The Spire wouldn't have even been done, so he still would have had the money for the roaches.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine if it came like a bit later after Pathogen and Infestors had started. Maybe it'd be better, but well, I'm not sure. You need to attack very quickly with that type of attack.
It is funny, though. We don't see most players, when you go for Spire, drop a safety Roach Warren. You know, if you wind up in a Spire versus Spire scenario...
Yeah, maybe. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's one drone and 150 minerals that you're behind now. So it's, you know, it's just... it was just well played out of Sniper, honestly. It was a good read and being very safe there. I love that he didn't open Mutalisk because he's made all these comments about how, you know, he feels like that's the standard. Guys, I really feel like Sleep might be going for a later oriented game here. I guess Ohana maybe is a map that's a little bit safer, but...
Yeah, first he has to worry about this game. They both went for a Baneling Nest at the exact same time. Everything is mirror so far, except Sniper choosing at this point to add a Roach Warren. So they have the Baneling Nest. They both have about 3 to 4 links. That's because Sleep tried to use that Zergling to scout here. And Sniper's going to make some Banelings. So once again, Sniper is going to probably be the defensive player for now. At least he wants to be. He makes 2 defensive Banelings and a Roach Warren. So he wants to go once again for that longer game. And this time it's Sleep who's going to be attacking earlier, which I think makes a lot of sense since he attacked so slowly last game.
This looks like it might be shaping up into a very interesting attack right now. We've got 3 gases, 2 being dropped at the same time as Lair, an Evolution Chamber before the Roach Warren. And check out this timing right now, ready? He's going to start +1 missile, right? Now the Lair has about 40 seconds left on it. Now how long is your +1 missile? It's 160. How long is Glial Reconstitution? It's 110.
So you think Sleep is going to maybe attack with roaches?
Well, Glial Reconstitution is going to finish just 10 seconds before +1. So Grubby, I do think that might be what we're going to see here out of Sleep, is actually a little bit of aggression.
All right, let's see. This time maybe with the speed upgrade instead of not. We see roaches being started. We see some Banelings being made defensively. And, well, what do they know about each other, really, Kibbles, at this point? Let's take a look. All right, Sleep, he doesn't really know anything. He saw 1 gas there for now.
It looks like Sniper is getting a view of the Overseer being morphed in. So he does know that the lair is complete.
All right, that's pretty relevant then. Yeah, as you said, these upgrades are going to line up pretty perfectly for Sleep. Now, he could also use that defensively, of course, right?
Especially, I mean, he's taking a 3rd behind this, so it's surely a possibility that on Cloud Kingdom, your 3rd is actually even a little bit closer, so it makes the reinforcements that much faster, but hold that thought, guys. Sniper's moving out with a really big attack right now, and Sleep, I mean, he has a lot of timings, but they are not finishing up right now, and Sniper, by seeing that Overseer, actually is kind of clued into this, and he's like, I can hit right now, and Sleep might not have much.
Interesting. This time it was Sleep who made that 3rd and had to cancel it, and it looks like Sniper has quite a few more roaches at this point, but the upgrades are about to finish. Can Sleep hold out till then? So far they're not being used at all, and there's a lot more roaches for Sniper. 3 spine crawlers about to finish. Drones being pulled off the line here. It looks like Sniper has too much at this point.
We're going to see. It's definitely going to be close. He's reinforcing with Speedlings. More, we've got lots of lings popping out for Sleep, but not roaches. He's only got 4. Here's 16 speedlings, but the roaches have made it past the spine wall, Grubby, and that is a huge victory for Sniper. Banelings connecting, doing huge damage to the mineral line.
Yeah, Sleep is down half supply of his opponent. It's looking very, very bad. He has 2 roaches with an attack upgrade and glial reconstitution right now. Not enough to give him what he needs to repel this attack. Drones, they're so bad against those roaches with 2 armor upgrades. Oh, actually 1 armor. But the roaches just are too beefy against those drones. Sleep looks like he is falling to the attack, which he wanted to make work in the last game. Sniper says, I can do that much better than you. And I saw why it's going to work. You with that quick overseer, investing in upgrades. Perfect timing there by Sniper.
It really was. You know, it almost, I mean, he just seemed so clued in as to what Sleep might have been going for that game. And especially with seeing the lair timing, seeing the +1, it was just like spam the roach and attack and got a lot of damage in. And now he's starting to transition actually into what Sleep was going for, getting glial and +1. But guys, Sniper with an incredibly large supply advantage right now. 60, 80, 81 supply to just 21.
Oh, 21. Of course, you got to give Sleep some understanding why he stays in the game. This is probably going to be his last tournament game. Well, let's not kid ourselves. Sleep is going to be eliminated from IPL 5, and he's just trying to savor the last few moments while he's still able to play in an official setting.
Yep. No, I completely, I mean, and it's understandable, honestly. He really wanted to have a better run here against Sniper. You can tell he put a lot of preparation into it. Of course, you know, picking that build that he was going to use against what he anticipated to be Mutalisk play in game number 1. But Sniper just proven to be the superior player here.
Yeah, note how Sniper, he had a Baneling Nest, but he mostly used roaches in that attack.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why Sleep's attack didn't work as well, because he was hoping that Sniper might be going for Mutalisk. A large part of his army was Zerglings and Banelings, and roach numbers were roughly equal. Whereas this time, Sniper had a lot more roaches, and no Banelings of any kind, I think.
Yep. Sniper not using Mutalisks at all, and, well, there it is. Sleep gonna drop down the GG, folks, and
that means that
Sniper do it for him.
will take the victory 2-0 here and will move on to face off against Polt.